ये लोग ऐसे करते हैं, मैं बता रहा हूँ, ये कोचेज ऐसे करते हैं, आपको ऐसे बात करनी चाहिए.
Which was your first like breakthrough moment where you thought कि यार this is starting to click now?
One of my very close friends, he took me to the Padukone arena, the Padukone stadium where Prakash sir does everything. He has made a massive stadium. I had a chance to meet him, so I was in his office and I was telling him that I have a stadium, this and that. So I was like, why not you run an academy here in my stadium? It will be nice. It will be a very good expansion. He just agreed.
Mentioned to us that this was a property that was built by the government, right?
Yes.
And now to be able to go and get that,
Yeah.
what's the process like? Also trying to understand how many of these events do you require in a year to kind of suffice?
We have a cap of, let's just say, more than 40 days. And now I don't have any days left.
So initially it was 40 days that you wanted. Right now you're saying you're doing better than 40.
Yeah. The cricket is doing well,
Yeah.
but people are watching other sports too.
Yeah.
Like MFN is like that. MFN, they have done a great job. We have a joint venture with the government, yes.
And do you have to give like a certain percentage to them?
Yes.
So the amount of revenue that you make in a year, 30% of it will go to the...
It's a PPP model.
Okay. What is
Public-private partnership. Partner with the government.
Okay.
And then you run it together.
Well then, boys and girls, as you already know, we have a quest to try and find different people from different walks of the sports field, right? And I had someone very interesting who I met a few years back while I was doing, one of the leagues, Elite Pro Basketball League to be in specific. And he is the owner of the Noida Indoor Stadium. And my question to you is that, right? When have you ever met an owner of a non-cricketing stadium or maybe of a cricketing stadium as well? Such guests is what we try and bring to you, and such one personality is sitting with me today. He's flown all the way from Delhi. He just landed, in fact, in Bombay, and directly from the airport, he's made it here today. Tushar Arora is right in front of me. Thank you so much.
Thank
Tushar.
you for having me. Thank
Firstly,
you
for being here.
Thank you for having
you've
me.
come directly here
Yeah.
for being on the show. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very
Thank
quickly to
you.
begin with, let me say that it's not easy to be the owner of an indoor stadium, specifically for a non-cricketing stadium. But I know the kind of work that you put into this, the kind of stadium that is built in there. Can you help us understand how did this all begin?
It all began with a vision.
Yeah.
And my mom's vision, to be precise.
Yeah.
And we never thought that we're gonna get a stadium like this and we'll have an opportunity like this.
Yeah.
But then sometimes things just fall into your place and
Yeah.
then you just flow with it.
Yeah.
Because our business was not this.
Yeah.
We had a security systems business.
Correct.
Called Security Solutions, and we had no experience of sports or whatever. But then sometimes things just fall into your place and then you start working hard for it and then it happens quickly.
How does one actually become an owner? I'm sure, like you mentioned, you were into a different business altogether.
100%.
But to be able to try and monetize something which is in Noida, I don't think so. A lot of people really, figured out that there would be like a stadium in Noida where a lot of sport can be played. But right now, it's become like a hub.
Yeah.
You have the Pro Kabaddi League that's happened there.
Yeah.
You have BGMI Snapdragon
Yeah.
series that's happened there. You have MFN that's happened there as well.
Yeah.
So quite of the big names, quite of the big leagues that have happened at your place. How have you been, able to get everything together in the last few years?
These events are like it just didn't happen even 1 year in something. And then the first year we didn't know what to do, to be honest. And it was like because we didn't have any experience.
Yeah.
So we didn't know what to do, how to do it, how to plan it, what sports to do. And how to begin with, and everything was there. But then with time I got the right people and in the sports field which are they're very passionate about sports.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
yeah, like in 1 year, and it just started expanding. So even I was surprised that after 1 year what is happening here. Yeah.
Very, very interesting to kind of know that. But I want to also understand, if I'm a layman and I want to understand how does one become an owner, because you also mentioned to us that this was a property that was built by the government, right?
Yes.
And now to be able to go and get that,
Yeah.
what's the process like?
It all happens by the process of tendering.
Okay.
So the tender happens and then you have to qualify for the tender.
Okay.
And then they have some certain requests and you have to pass. There are some amount you have to give. There are some bank guarantees you have to give.
Right.
And that you can win, or you can win it.
And you guys have got it now for a period of?
15 years.
15
12
years.
plus 1 plus 1 plus 1.
So it began in like 21.
21.
Okay. And you also mentioned that in the first year you were probably
It was
not-
constructed in 21.
okay,
So we got it on 22.
22.
22, yes.
But you also mentioned that in the first year of operation it didn't do that well, right? You're trying to look at places, trying to find people.
Yeah.
How was that journey like?
My experience was generally that I was a basketball player. I'm a national player. So I know how it works, how people think in this, how the politics works and how everything works. So I knew that. So that helped my family like a lot.
Yeah.
That how does it work? I used to tell them and go home कि ऐसे होता है. ये लोग ऐसे करते हैं, मैं बता रहा हूँ. ये coaches ऐसे करते हैं, आपको ऐसे बात करनी चाहिए. तो ऐसे ऐसे करके we did it. And then it helped.
Which was your first like breakthrough moment where you thought कि यार this is starting to click now. Now the amount of money that we've invested or we are investing in this venture, it feels like slowly the business is going to happen.
So one of my very close friends, he lives in Bangalore. So he took me to the Padukone Arena.
Okay.
So where the Padukone Stadium, where Prakash sir does everything. He has made a massive stadium. And they, Olympics and everything, all the players, they just play there. I went there with him to visit, before starting the stadium and everything, कि how it works, क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, what happens, how do you do it. And to see such infrastructure, it's massive. They have spent so much. Even I was shocked, कि how can you get a machinery like this?
Yeah.
So when I was there, and surprisingly, Mr. Prakash was also there.
Wow.
So I had a chance to meet him. So I was in his office and I was telling him that, I have a stadium, this and that. So I was like, why not you run an academy here in my stadium? It will be nice. It will be a very good expansion. He just agreed.
Wow.
He just randomly agreed and he was like, these are the people you can talk to. Like it was his who was working under him. These are the people you talk to. Just go to them, speak with them. I'm game. So I was like,
interesting.
Okay. And then I went home. They were pretty serious, and they came after a week.
Okay.
And we signed them, and they were the first academy we had.
So when you say you signed them, what exactly happens at your?
So I departmentalized them. Okay. So one I divided into basketball.
Okay.
And then one I divided into table tennis.
Okay.
And badminton. Okay. So I divided the whole arena in 3 places first. Okay. Badminton had 10 courts. Okay. So I was like, why not I just give it to them and they run it, and I have a big name with me, so that it will give me a boost.
Correct.
So I gave them on rent, like on a sublease thing, right. And then I did that.
Right. So you're saying basically like you have a big name with you, and that was also one of the huge pulls that you had to get a lot of people to come to your indoor stadium.
It's a based, you can market. आप market कर सकते हो इस चीज को if you have a big name with you. Correct. So you can market massively. Otherwise, when you're starting new, it's very hard to, catch new people and then build a community. And because it's a community-based game. Correct. Badminton is a very community-based game. Right. And then if you have a big name with you, they bring name also and they bring community also. Yeah. They know people which we don't. Yeah. They have network which we don't. And that's how it works. So that's why.
Which sport would you say right now? Like you mentioned badminton. And one thing that comes to my mind is to try and understand which sport is currently doing well at the stadium.
Badminton, 100%.
Badminton.
Yeah, it's full all the time. Yeah.
So you're saying that the kind of revenue that comes right now is mostly from badminton, and then the other sports or departments that you've segmented.
100%.
Yes. Interesting. And what about these leagues that you have? Because we've seen a lot of leagues. Kabaddi has happened twice that year. I know of, I've seen people, Elite Pro definitely is one that we've done together.
You were a part of that also.
Yeah, so which is when I saw, the infra and I saw the kind of place that is there, and I also saw the kind of people, that you managed to slowly get, and now I'm seeing that it's slowly scaling. You've done MFN, you've done, a couple of other leagues. Also trying to understand how many of these events do you require in a year to kind of suffice?
We have a cap of, let's just say, more than 40 days. And now I don't have any days left.
So initially it was 40 days that you wanted. Right now you're saying you're doing better than 40 days.
Yeah. It's like, because the academies are also running. The basketball academy is running, the badminton academy is running, the TT academy is running. And if we do an event, their business gets hampered. So we have to think of them also.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair to them, and we compensate them well. That they get double of what they whole day thing.
Correct.
So we have to think about them also. So that's why we have capped, let's just say, more than 40 days. And then if that happens, but now we are booked, so all the 40 days are done.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Just to also try and understand, because it's a non-cricketing sport
Yeah.
that you have. When it's cricket, I'm sure at a cricket stadium, it's easy to fill, easy to fill the numbers,
Yeah.
the rent is more. But for a non-cricketing stadium, like an indoor sport, in India specifically, I think it's a little bit lesser.
Yeah.
But you still manage to break the doors open for yourself.
Yeah.
If you can give us a little bit of insight on that. Like how
What
do you-
I think is sports, for me and for you, sports is like a passion. Like, we are very sports driven people, and sports is like a passion to us. But if another person, an audience is looking, उसको entertainment चाहिए.
Correct.
उसके 2 घंटे का वर्थ होना चाहिए मैच देखने का. चाहे वो, if there's a basketball, if there's badminton, if there is TT. So if you think it that way, you have to create an entertainment for them also, for the audience. If you are doing for the passion also, you have to do the entertainment part. That people, the adrenaline rush you get.
Yeah.
A few days back, I was watching a volleyball match. I was on my knees. I was like, what's happening? Because it's so fast. It's so fast. It was so good to watch.
Yeah.
So sports should be like that, because it's not now the cricket is doing well,
Yeah.
but people are watching other sports too.
Yeah.
Like MFN is like that. MFN, they have done a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, because do you think it's like a combat sport? It works better. There's more entertainment. In
There's a thrill in it. So audience के लिए they need thrill. कि आपको देखना है कि यार मेरे को मजा आ रहा है देखने में, मैं 2 घंटे देखूंगा बैठ के कि यार इसका मैच देखना है मेरे को, या इस टीम का मैच देखना है, मेरे को मजा आएगा देखने में. तो that's really important. That's what you have to create for the audience to, like EPBL has done.
Yeah.
It was more like they focused on the entertainment part.
Yeah.
And I loved that. I used to say that all the time, that these guys have done something good.
Yeah. Interesting. Also want to try and come to the money side of it, money and business, because I think that is the main aspect of what we want to understand. If tomorrow someone's jumping on this bandwagon of कि I want to own a stadium, कि मुझे एक owner बनना है of an indoor stadium.
Yeah.
What is the kind of investment that goes into it? What is the kind of revenue one can expect? Do you start making money earlier or
Not
it's
on
long
the
shot?
start. Nobody can, like, it's a business as rule.
Yeah.
पहले साल भूल जाओ आप. पहले साल अगर जल रहा है तो थोड़ा जला लो. But you have to have a long vision in sports, to be
How
honest.
long? How many years?
I think if you want to run a successful, I'll say, a venue in which you can accomplish everything, you can start multi-ventures from that. Like, you can start a league from there, you can start more academies from there, you can give star sports from there. I'll say 3-4 years, 4 years is minimum.
4 years of burning, and then you start looking at least a
You have to be smart to, make money from the start. That, at least you are not, अगर आप 10 रुपए खर्च रहे हो, तो आप 11-12 रुपए तो घर लेके जाओगे ना. ना 9 रुपए घर लेके नहीं जाना, ये रूल है. This should be like that. चाहे 11 रुपए लेके जाओ, पर मजा आना चाहिए.
So you maintain that right now.
Yes.
You're taking 11.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah.
Also want to understand what are the revenue streams like for you, because when it comes to an indoor stadium, I'm sure it's just not about getting academies. It's just not getting events, right?
Yeah.
It's also a few other things that you would have. What are those other opportunities of gaining money?
You can get sponsors. You can do events of different kinds, and then you can run sports academies, you can have tournaments, you can start leagues, you can have weekly tournaments, you can have entertainment carnivals, there are a lot of things which you can do, because it's sports. People just like playing it. Like pickleball for now, we have started pickleball now. It's purely entertainment. Do you know pickleball is a sports for like people who are more than 60 years old?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but I love playing it.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun, and it's more like an entertainment now.
Yeah.
That people, like, I wanted to play in a tournament, and I was like, why is this happening? All of my friends play. It's more like a fun thing. But that fun thing can make you money also, because you you host carnivals,
Yeah.
you give people, you know, the fun कि यार आज संडे है, chill करके आते हैं, पिकल बॉल खेलेंगे, घर आ जाएंगे पैर से. Like, you know, it's a fun Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's what you can do. There are a lot of things you can do in sports. You can have n number of things. But mainly, if you want to make money, that can always happen if you have a league and you have a tournament, like frequent tournaments.
Do you have a specific team that reaches out to people every year to be like, at least these are 2 to 3 leagues that we have to do at our stadium? Karna hi hai, sort of.
Yeah, Pro Kabaddi was like that.
Okay.
Pro Kabaddi and UPKL also. UPKL, do you know?
Yeah.
Uttar Pradesh Kabaddi League.
Pradesh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they finished one season already.
Yeah, it's happening on 23rd also again.
Correct.
Yeah, they are doing a good job. They are doing amazing. They are doing amazing. So those are the leagues. Like we have signed with them.
Right.
That you know आप यहीं कर लेना यार. आप
So
बता
if
दो.
not one, then you take like 2-3 years.
Yeah, कि अगर हम 2 साल तक आप हमारे यहीं कर लेना like that. We make a deal कि you know like that.
Yeah, makes sense. Absolutely. In terms of like I mentioned to you, understanding the number of events per year.
Yeah.
You said like you have a cap of about 40 days. Right now you're saying that is increased as well,
Yeah.
which is great for you. But do you go after these kind of big ticket events? Like you made like a specific deal with 1 or 2 leagues,
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah.
But do you also have somebody saying, you know, this is the kind of event we should take strategically, that will bring more eyeballs to your stadium?
Yeah, 100%. We do selective thing all the time.
Like if you can give me a you know, like an example of.
Pro Kabaddi was one of them. Yeah, Pro Kabaddi was one of them. It was a very strategic thing कि, you know, even if it's, you know, if it's taking a lot of days,
Yeah.
you know, but it's gonna give a name.
Yeah.
And you know, when it happened, I remember I got calls from everywhere for the passes, be it anyone. And even I was shocked. I gave my phone to the other person कि भाई तू बात कर ले, मेरे कान दर्द हो गए. It's like that, and it was so good. It was so good. Like I was really happy. You know, it has given such a reach that people are coming from outside and they are just shouting for the players.
Yeah.
Because people are coming from Haryana and all the states in the world, and they are just cheering for their players outside my stadium. And
Yeah.
the buses are coming and like, you know, the atmosphere.
Yeah,
so when you go out and see, because it's something to look by.
Yeah. Definitely. Also want to come from a point and understanding of this looks very glamorous of sorts. कि बाहर से अगर आप देखो, it's more like, you know, okay, there's a stadium.
Yeah.
You are currently very young as well, and
Yeah.
you kind of own that, and it looks very glamorous as well. But I'm sure there are a lot of challenges as well that have gone into it. Yeah. If there are people who are watching and want to try and understand what are the different challenges that you've gone through.
Sports is not easy. Sports is equal to politics. आपको ये नाम रख देना चाहिए. It's because I was thinking a week ago or something. I was talking to one of the person who handles the academy of basketball. I was talking to him that, you know, why not I go for the BFI thing? Why not I just try to be a part of them so that I can do better for the community and stuff? He gave me such a reality check. I am scared now.
What is the reality check like?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult to get into it. First, you have to go for district, then state, then national, and people just don't leave their seat.
Yeah.
People just stay there and they don't want to stay there. And it's very hard to win because they have a lot of experience and we have none. So people don't have trust in us. So to build that trust, you have to first do something. You have to first show them that, you know, you have a vision. You can take sports to another level. For us, we think that, you know, it's all about money making. But for the government, they need Olympic players. They need players who are gonna be, you know, the person who's, जैसे जो इंडिया का नाम रोशन करे, उनको वैसे टाइप के लोग चाहिए ना गवर्नमेंट को. तो
Correct.
गवर्नमेंट का और कुछ नहीं है. That's why they have all the budget, the science exists. That's why all these things exist. That's why they're providing all the infrastructure.
Right. Does the government also play a role right now in you managing the stadium?
We have a joint venture with the government, yes.
And do you have to give like a certain percentage to them?
Yes, 30%.
30% of each event, 30% of
The whole revenue.
Whole revenue.
Yeah.
So the amount of revenue that you make in a year, 30% of it will go to the.
It's a PPP model.
Okay. What is that?
Public-private partnership.
Okay.
So in that you partner with the government.
Okay.
And then you run it together.
And from the revenue that you make, a certain amount of cut, like you mentioned, a 30% amount
30%
will go to
goes.
them.
Yeah.
Interesting, very interesting. And this is also available across, or is just happening right now in Noida?
They
Just
have
for our
started.
understanding.
They have ours was a very big example that
Hmm.
a stadium of this scale can be successful.
Huh.
So then a lot of stadiums are now happening, which are there are a lot of stadiums which are they are trying to
Same
give
model.
away to the management people, sports people that
Right.
you run it for us, you run
Right.
it for us. The tenders are happening right now, anyways.
You also mentioned that this is more like something you enjoy to do, right? Because it's sport.
Yeah.
Initially, did you just see it as a business investment, or you wanted to try and bring sport together? You wanted to do it for the
I was
community?
passionate, but I was practical also for the start. Yeah.
Yeah,
कि भाई इतने लगा रहा हूँ तो वापसी आएंगे कि नहीं?
Yeah.
Like that.
So how was that thinking like? Did you speak to someone? Did you speak to your mom?
I spoke to a lot of people, that if I should do it, if we should do it, and then my mom was like that. She was very keen. She was like, let's do this, let's do that, and I was like, then I also gave her hope. Then we'll run it together like that because I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid, and obviously she must be thinking, कि क्या बोल रहा है ये? So then when we started and when that happened, and she plays a major role anyways. So she has made a massive empire for herself, and from scratch. So it's something to be proud of. And if I'm just trying to fill her shoes anyways.
From what I gauge that you're saying about her is like, it feels like she's your role model, sort of
100%.
idol sort.
Yes,
sort of.
100%.
What are the things that you've learned from her?
A woman who is in such a competitive business called sports, which is the majority is men. And to accomplish something like that, which it's very powerful.
Yeah.
And I just try to be 1% of her, and then I'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Also want to go to the next part of it, right? Which is, all of these things involve a lot of money.
Yeah.
Along with sport, obviously. But when it comes to management, when it comes to doing business, if I had to ask you, how rich are you today? What would you say?
In terms of what?
Anything for that matter. It could be money, it could be anything else. But if I had to ask you,
I've heard somewhere that if all you have is money, then you are not rich enough. So if you have a happy family, you go home smiling, you have dinner nicely, and then you wake up in the morning smiling, where your dog is just barking at you all 24/7, and your mom is shouting at you a little.
Yeah.
कहाँ है? Like that.
Yeah.
थोड़ा सा भी लेट हो जाओ तो लेट क्यों उठा है? I guess that's how rich I am, and that's something you need. Otherwise, what?
Yeah.
What will you do with money in an empty house?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Right.
Yeah. But how important has it been, for you to be on this journey? I'm sure you're very young also, like I just mentioned, but you've learned a lot of things along the way.
Yeah.
One of the things that you hold right on top in terms of your learnings, right? What is that one thing that there is no compromise on whatsoever?
That if you have started something, you don't go back. You don't go back. You don't just be like, I can't do it. Yeah. And it's coming from an experience. That if you have started something, either finish it or don't start it. Because if you start anything, people get involved. And it's not good to give hopes to people and then not give them what they seek.
Correct.
Because you have responsibility of a lot of people.
Yeah. What if I also had to put this question to you, right? Has there any been a situation in your life, or point in your life where you've been like, yaar, it's not happening right now? Like, you've been in that stress.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
But you wake up.
So what is it that keeps you going from there? If you had to bring yourself out from a stretch.
I got a really good advice from someone. So he told me, whenever you feel like this, close your eyes and sleep for half an hour. I swear it works.
Okay.
You won't think the same after that.
So you kind of forget what's happened altogether.
Yeah, because sometimes it's your brain trying to tell you something which is not true. It's the scare before it's happening.
Right.
So you just go off to sleep and then you'll be fine. Even if something bad happens, you just try to close your eyes and relax your mind. After half an hour, you'll have better decisions to make.
Wow. Interesting, yeah. And what is like the biggest expense that you have right now in terms of running the stadium?
Biggest expense? it's mainly electricity because it's a very big arena.
Yeah.
So it requires a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
In winters it's still fine because we don't need AC and everything. But when it's summer,
Yeah.
in Noida the heat waves go on and it's so hot, and the indoor arena, it gets so hot.
Yeah.
So that we have to run the ACs, we have to run the chillers.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's a major cost. It's a major cost. It's like hourly. I can't even tell you how much is it. You'll be like, what? Yeah.
Have you also been able to put something on autopilot mode today that is part of your stadium expense, but now you're in a place where you say like, "Arey yaar, this is going on autopilot mode. I don't have to worry about
every day pay and play which happens, the academies that run and everything. So we have made a margin that कि यार इतना तो मेरे खर्चे निकल जाने चाहिए. तो मेरे खर्चे निकल रहे हैं अगर, उसके बाद का जो आएगा भाई खुशी है मुझे. Because it's a very big thing. शुरू में तो नहीं हो रहा था ना, तो मेरे खर्चे निकलने चाहिए सबसे पहले. So the first thing you have to see in a business is भाई if I'm spending something, तो मेरे को वो amount पहले वापस मिल जाए, 1-2 रुपए ऊपर मिल जाए तो मुझे अच्छा लगेगा.
Which is happening right.
Which is happening.
Interesting. And would you say pay and play is the biggest strategy that you guys have adopted and it's working well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay and play is something because there are a lot of people who wants to play every day. And they don't want to join the academy. Like for example, I don't need a basketball academy anymore, but I need players to play every day.
Yeah.
है ना?
Yeah.
मेरे को साथ खेलना है उनके, तो मैं कैसे करूँ? ना मेरे को academy join करनी, ना मैं वो कर सकता हूँ. So pay and play is the thing कि if you have a certain amount of community, a certain amount of group you can play with, that's the best thing for you. And people are very passionate about sports when they are given a good system and a good venue.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, just for me to gauge, like you're saying that this strategy has kind of helped you right now.
Yeah.
So if I'm an individual, I want to play at the Noida Indoor Stadium, I come in, I kind of pay an X amount and I play like normally people would do, play on turf or play badminton of sorts. Have you also built like a separate channel for yourself where you have just the Noida Indoor Stadium people? Like if there are 5 people today who want to play, they can directly reach out to you sort of.
Yes, community. Are you talking about the community?
Yeah, something of that
we
sort
have.
Maybe.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. And fortunately, we have really great players around us. We have really great people who runs the academy, who runs the pay and play. So we are really fortunate that these people are very passionate about sports. They know the taste. लोग क्या चाहिए, and they are very good at the job.
Do you also think having the right people at the right place in terms of work is important? Like
100%.
Someone who gets you the right business, someone who is the right manager, someone who is the right employee for you. How has that decision making been?
I've realized you can't do everything. You just have 2 hands. You can't do everything.
Yeah.
आप कर ही नहीं सकते, possible ही नहीं. आप कर लो तो आप भगवान हो, पर आप कर ही नहीं सकते. You need right amount of people who can see your vision. मेरे को फॉर एग्जांपल सॉफ्टवेयर बनाना नहीं आता, पर मैं किसी से बनवा सकता हूँ और मैं बोलूँगा यार इसको ना लाल नहीं नीला कर दे, इसको ब्लू नहीं इसको येलो कर दे, इसको थोड़ा वो कर दे. विजन मेरी, पर करा उसने, मदद दोनों की हुई.
सही बात है.
So it should be like that. People should understand your vision. They should know your taste in things, and that's how it happens. You need people, otherwise the big business won't run like that.
So you're saying a good vision, someone with a nice vision, and someone with great execution would make a good business work.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you've been doing as well right now.
Yeah.
Let's also get to understanding you. How are you as a person? Like from what I know, at least, if we check last 10 Instagram posts of yours, you're always somewhere, abroad, moving around, you're doing something somewhere. So from the outside, it looks like a very fancy life.
Yeah.
It's like, how the rich brats are. I think if someone would look at you from the outside, they say, yeah, he looks like a rich brat. Yeah. But I'm sure there is a soft corner that you have as well. So what are you as a person?
I'm a very, it's not what it looks like, to be honest. It's clearly not what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's, I guess for me, I am, in my vision, a very soft-hearted person, a person who just manifests 24/7. सोता है तो ये सोच रहा है, उठ रहा है तो ये सोच रहा है. If I'm using my phone, if I'm talking to someone or something is happening, I have a vision in my head that I have to do this, I have to do that. Because see, now at my age, I have to do something which कि मेरे घर पे वो नहीं होना चाहिए. Like for example, my mom shouldn't be like, if my mom has made 10, I have to make it 100. And you have no choice. You have to do it because that's what you're made for, right? And that's what my responsibility is.
Right.
So that's my vision, that I have to do something which is like massive. I have to complete my dreams, monetary dreams. ये गाड़ी लेनी है, वो गाड़ी लेनी है, ये घर लेना है, वो घर लेना है. हर किसी का होता है ना.
सही बात है.
तो वो सब करोगे तो सही है, आप करना ही है. Otherwise, what are you working for?
What is one of the things that you aspire, that you're aspiring to get? Like I'm sure house is something that you
I really want to get a new एक घर मुझे अपने उससे लेना है. Like if I'm earning, तो मेरे को अपने उससे एक घर लेना है. Because parents are proud like that. Like I'm very fortunate enough that I have got such opportunities in life, which there are a lot of people which they don't get.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are smarter than me also, which they don't get the right opportunity.
Yeah.
So that's what we try, that people should get the same amount of opportunity, and they should have the same amount of infrastructure to build themselves well. So that's what I think.
You're also someone who goes to the gym a lot. You're like a gym bro. Loves to gym almost all the time. Has that also played a very important role in your life in terms
Gym
of
is
shaping
basically
you?
self care. आपको 1 घंटा अपने आप को टाइम देना चाहिए दिन के लिए ना, जब आपका फोन साइड में हो and you are working hard. It's basically a therapy for you.
Correct.
Yeah, because you have to have a therapy with yourself, right? Therapy is something you talk to someone. But if you talk to yourself, you know your flaws. You just want someone else to give it to you.
Correct.
So when you're going to the gym, when you're doing something, even if you're going for a drive, like आप अकेले गाड़ी चला के इकट्ठा चले जाओ, you're talking to yourself only.
Yeah.
या तो आप गाने गा रहे हो या वो कर रहे हो ना. So you're talking to yourself. It's like a therapy for me.
So what are the things that you do apart from just managing and working? What are the other things that you do?
Other things, like in what sense?
Like in playing games,
I still play basketball though.
Yeah, I know you play, but something else. Do you like singing? Do you like dancing? Do you like you mentioned? Do you drive along 1 hour?
Yeah, I love long drives. Yeah, I drive along a lot, a lot. Like it's like half an hour. So I take a longer route home just because I wanna have a drive and have just with my thoughts and stuff, because you have a lot of thoughts in the day. You see a lot of stuffs in the day. You meet a lot of energies in the day, and then you should think and give yourself some time that ये करना चाहिए, and you make the right decisions also. Sometimes you just come up with shit. कभी भी idea आ जाता है यार. तो अपने आप को नहीं दोगे तो कैसे आएगा?
Makes sense. If someone were to invest in a venture like this, were to start a venture like this, what is the kind of range that they can keep in mind? Ki if you start a business like this is the amount that one may invest, or this is the amount one can make in a year. If you can give us a rough range of sorts.
Rough range. Like if you have a great infrastructure, a great team, a great place, a great venue, a good name, a person can easily make 3 to 4 CR per year easily.
3 to 4 CR.
Easily, maybe more also. It's a vast industry. You can make a lot. See cricket for instance. आप IPL को देख लो. Okay. बेसिकली वो एक स्टेडियम है, वहाँ उनको लोगों को क्रिकेट खिलाते हैं. प्लेयर्स से ज्यादा तो स्पॉन्सर ले जाता है. है ना?
That's true.
आप सोचो कितने आप हमारे इंडियन टीम के प्लेयर्स देख लो. They are making massive amount of money through that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And that's how it goes. So imagine अगर आप उसमें कर सकते हो तो आप उसका 10% किसी और स्पोर्ट्स में तो कर सकते हो ना.
Easily.
Exactly. मैं क्रिकेटर नहीं हूँ, मैं बास्केटबॉलर हूँ, पर मैं बास्केटबॉलर्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी तो दे सकता हूँ. बिकॉज जब उनका टाइम खत्म हो जाता है, फॉर एग्जांपल उनका स्कूल खत्म हो गया जी, मैंने नेशनल खेल लिया, अब मेरे को या तो इंडिया खेलना पड़ेगा. इंडिया खेलने के बाद मेरे को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी कि मेरी अब गवर्नमेंट जॉब लग जाए.
राइट.
जिनकी लग गई बढ़िया, जिनकी नहीं लगी वो क्या करेंगे? व्हाट विल दे डू? You have, or they like playing. They like playing basketball, but they don't know where to play. अब क्या करोगे? What will you do? So they need people like us who will, who give them the infrastructure, give them the space, give them the vision कि यार आप इतने भी कमा सकते हो इससे, and with the right minds, and it's really good for them.
So you're also looking at an opportunity, and from that opportunity you're also trying to get the business out of it, which I think is working in your favor really well. if I also had to bring to life and try and understand, where do you want to take this empire ahead in terms of does it just restrict to sport, like we were having a conversation before?
Yeah.
Do you want to get more stadiums? Do you
Yeah.
want to expand a bit? Like, what are the plans?
We are
like?
trying, yes. We are trying to get new places. We are trying to get, make it a fun thing and a serious thing both at the same time. Like मेरे को मजा आता है इस जगह पे खेलने में, पर यहाँ प्रोफेशनल्स भी खेलते हैं. So I want to make more stadiums like this. Stadiums, parks, you can call it sports parks, you can call it anything. But I want to have different venues that people have access to, that this company gives the best infrastructure. यार इनका ना वहाँ भी था, मजा आया खेल के.
So you want to take that same brand name and start now exploring at different places.
Yeah, कि एक पता होता है ना आपका.
Correct.
पता होता है ना, like if you are buying a certain car, यार इनकी गाड़ियाँ रिलायबल है बड़ा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल टोयोटा, आपको पता है यार कुछ भी ले ले कभी गिरेगी नहीं. तो वैसे ही आप कंपनीज का भी होता है, हम जैसे कंपनीज का, कि भाई उनको पता है कि अगर हमारे 5-10 वेन्यूज हैं तो यार ये काम बढ़िया करते हैं, काम हो जाता है, कि ऐसा नहीं है कुछ.
Interesting. Tell me also, I wanted to get into your head and try and understand how that Delhi influence has been there on you. I've seen a lot of Delhi boys, very aggressive is what we hear, right? You're also coming from there, from that side of town. Has that influence ever been in your life?
I have never lived in Delhi, to be honest. Because I was in hostel.
Right.
I was in boarding school. I had no idea because we all share the same different backgrounds and everything. So when I got back from the hostel, everything was very new for me. And then COVID happened. So the Delhi effect, that didn't happen with me.
Yeah.
But obviously I have some very good friends like that who are like very Delhi kind.
Yeah.
I also be like that sometimes.
Yeah, which is great. I think it comes with
Rang
the
mein
vibe
rang
as
jana.
well. I think it comes with the vibe as well.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
yeah.
But Delhi people are the most honest and trustworthy people. Yeah. They, even if the tone is not right, or even if something XYZ problem is there, you can at least trust them कि यार कोई नहीं. 10 में से 6 धोखा नहीं, 10 में से 4 धोखा दे सकते हैं, 6 नहीं देंगे.
How has it been like being in a hostel? Just for my understanding, because you've come from a different channel, I would say, from a different ladder on top.
Yeah.
And then to be able to get into the business side of it.
Yeah.
How has that experience been?
I went to hostel in first class.
Okay. Since then you've just been.
Yeah, first class. And but I have thought that I will send my kids to hostel also.
Why?
पहली क्लास में डाल दूँ.
Why so? Like, what is it that you like about it?
The independence, the more the freedom of choice. कि यार वो hostel में है ना, so they have a freedom of choice कि उनको what kind of friends they want to make, what kind of sport they want to play. I don't tell them anything. Like I was not told that what sport I should play, what anything I should do, whatever I should do, or should I be a bully or get bullied. Right? Nobody told me.
Interesting.
You create your own thing. Because you have to create your own thing in life. You have to be independent in that. Because independence is very, very important. Like now I see these days, like people in stadium, academy में लोग आते हैं, like parents come and they register their son, उनका वो देते हैं, उनका पैसे देते हैं, और पैसे दे के वो करते हैं. एंड देन अगर आप उनको कुछ कह दो, ऊंचा नीचा करके कह दो, तो फिर बोलते हैं कि आपने हमारे बच्चे को ऐसे कैसे दिया, कैसे दिया. हमारे यहाँ तो चॉइस ही नहीं थी. हमारा I still remember my first coach, basketball coach. So there was an example. I'll just tell you what happened.
Please.
So the cool down session was going on.
Right.
So when you do like this, the cool down session of basketball was going on. And बाहर की टीम आई हुई थी खेलने हमारे साथ. It was like proper एक मैच चल रहा था हमारे वहाँ पर बास्केटबॉल कोर्ट में. तो पानी पीने के लिए मना करते हैं वो लोग. तो पानी आ रहा था, वो चुपके से कहीं ना कोई दिए जा रहा था कि थोड़ा पी लूं कि यू आर ड्रेन्ड. तो थोड़ा पानी पिया, सर ने देख लिया. आई गेस जो मेरे कोच थे वो 6'3", इतना बड़ा हाथ होगा उनका. उन्होंने यहाँ मारा. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर आई कुडंट ब्रीथ फॉर 1 minute. एंड आई वाज लाइक आज के बाद नहीं पीऊँ. आज आप कर नहीं सकते हो. आज आप नहीं कर सकते. आज आप किसी को मारोगे, घर पे आ जाते हैं यार लोग, वो उल्टा करने लग जाते हैं. लोगों के पास इतना हो जाता है. बट नाउ पीपल डोंट नो कि आपको सीखते कैसे हो आप. आपको अगर आपके कोच आपके भगवान की तरह, वो आजकल कोच है, भगवान नहीं है. वो मेरे को ना वो देख के अच्छा नहीं लगता.
But do you think it has helped you shape yourself as a better person?
100%. You have to. I'll tell you, it's not because कि वो ऐसे करते थे वैसे करते थे. It's because I gave him एक भगवान का दर्जा दे रखा था कि भाई ये बंदा मेरे को सिखाता है. ये बंदे ने मेरे को मदद करता है मेरी.
करेक्ट.
हाँ, एक तो बंक करने में क्लासेस हेल्प करता है, वो ऑलरेडी भगवान है. फिर दूसरा आपको सिखा रहा है वो, और आपको वो कर रहा है. तो अगर वो आपको पूरा अपना टाइम दे रहा है, तो अगर उसकी टीचिंग को नहीं समझ रहे, आप उसका उल्लंघन कर रहे हो, आपको नहीं, यू आर नॉट राइट, देन इवन इफ आप पे चिल्ला भी रहे हैं वो, सो इट्स फॉर योर ओन गुड. अदरवाइज उनको क्या पड़ी आपकी यार, मत खेलो ना आप.
इंटरेस्टिंग.
तो वो सुनने की शक्ति नहीं है आजकल लोगों में.
So you're saying you're pretty sure that you want to send your kids to a boarding school if and when
Yeah,
the
you
time
have to give
comes.
them the harsh world. You have to give them the harsh world. Because
do you think being under harsh environments or like pressured environments brings out the best in people? Like that's the kind of person you are as well?
humans and diamonds both. You have to give them the right pressure.
Yeah.
To men especially. So to men especially, yeah, because you have to take care of women with a little care, softly. But with men, you have to make them strong. I see very less strong people कि आप जिसको कुछ बोल दो बुरा ना माने. Ego fragile, there's too much, and for that to calm. You have to give them the harsh environment कि यार, for example आपने इतना सुना होता है, तो अब थोड़ा सा सुनो, फर्क नहीं पड़ता ना.
Interesting.
Yeah. अगर आप 120 पे गाड़ी चला रहे हो तो आपको 60 पे चल रही है, सब नॉर्मल लगेगा, यार ठीक है चल.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But great, yaar. Just to try and layer and try and reiterate to what we spoke about. I think we've tried to understand as to how you've been able to run a stadium.
Yeah.
You said one of your biggest expenses has now been like the electricity, which in
Yeah.
a stadium I think is
Electricity,
understandable.
staff and everything, yeah.
Also, you've tried to put a lot of things on autopilot mode now,
Yeah.
which you mentioned to us very well. I think getting the big events, big ticket events, has
Yeah.
been helping you. The strategy of doing pay and play, also to try and get different academies under one roof. That's another thing that has helped you. Do you also see something that you want to implement in the future in terms of an idea that you have, which is currently not happening at other stadiums or not happening at your stadium, which you think that is also something that I aspire or I want to bring into my stadium?
I really want to start my own league.
Own league.
Yeah, I
That
really
is the
want.
next step.
Yeah, I really want to start my own league.
Which
That-
sport?
I really want to do volleyball.
Volleyball.
Yeah, I really want to do volleyball. But basketball runs
Close
in
to your
my
heart.
blood.
Yeah.
And runs in my blood. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the right people around. I'm just trying to see, which works well for me.
Yeah.
Either this or that. Either this or that. Because sport must be different, but process सबका same होता है. मतलब अगर आपको पैसे कमाने हैं, तो आपको अगर पैसे लाने हैं कहीं से, तो आपको उनको रीच दिखानी पड़ती है कि भाई मैं इतने लोगों को मैं दिखा दूंगा, या इतने लोगों पे आपकी चीज दिख जाएगी, लाइक स्पॉन्सर्स फॉर एग्जांपल.
Right.
तो आप चाहे बास्केटबॉल कर लो, चाहे वॉलीबॉल कर लो. आई हैव सीन पीपल सेम जो उसमें वॉलीबॉल में काम करते हैं, सेम लोग फुटबॉल में काम करते हैं, बट उनका काम ही यही है कि दे जस्ट बूस्ट द ऑडियंस, बूस्ट द नंबर्स, बूस्ट द ऑडियंस, बूस्ट एवरीथिंग. उनको पता है, मतलब उन्होंने दे हैव क्रैक्ड द कोड. तो उन्हें ये पता है कि भाई कैसे करना है, हाउ टू डू इट. या
Crazy. Also, if we move to the next step, like you mentioned earlier, you put in 10 rupees, you want to try and get in 12, right? Which is like a good amount of number. Where do you think, it'll be a good space for you? If you put in 10, how much are you expecting? Maybe a 20 is a good, like a very good number in terms of business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 is a very good number, but you have a certain limitation. Like for example, there are only 365 days. There is just a certain amount of ground.
Correct.
तो आप एक तो कर लोगे, बट आपको अगर एक्सपैंड करना है तो आपको 4 चीजें चाहिए. आपको 4 जगह चाहिए, क्योंकि एक चीज, अभी ये कप है, इसमें इतना ही पानी भर सकता है. आप इससे ज्यादा भरोगे, आप कर ही नहीं सकते ना, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है.
करेक्ट.
गिर जाएगा. तो एक कैप है हर जगह की, एक हर वेन्यू की एक कैप है कि भाई मैं इतना मैक्स है, दिस इज द मैक्स आई कैन डू. दैट्स व्हाई यू नीड more venues like this, which I hope the government helps us. More venues like this, that it should promote sports in another level. That's how it goes. आप एक वेन्यू पे एक certain cap ही कर सकते हो, बट आप अगर आपको genuinely grow करना है, and if you want to make profits massively, and if you want to give people the the stuff they want,
Yeah.
you have to give them in a lot of places.
Are you happy with the kind of profits that you're making today?
I will never be happy with the profits, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Because see, it's passion. And it's in our blood. It's our men blood कि यार आपको और चाहिए हमेशा. एक जगह है तो दूसरी चाहिए, ये गाड़ी है तो दूसरी चाहिए, ये तो आप इस एनर्जी को सही डायरेक्शन में यूज करो. सो इमेजिन यू आर हेल्पिंग अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आल्सो,
Right.
एंड देन यू आर हैविंग फूड एट द टेबल आल्सो. सो व्हाट्स बेटर देन दैट?
Interesting. What does success mean to you? Like, if I had to ask you, what has been the definition of success for you so far? What's it like?
By God's grace, success is like, success has no definition. You can never be successful, to be honest, because a man can never be successful. Because if you have everything, there is something you don't have. So success is nothing. Success is like कि चलो एक काम पूरा हो गया, what's next? ये काम पूरा हो गया, what's next? So now I'm on the vision, ये काम पूरा हो गया, अब क्या? You have to do something, no? You
Look at
can't sit
something
idle.
else. Yeah, makes sense.
If I give you $1 billion right now, आपने चलो अपने मर्जी का घर खरीद लिया, मर्जी की गाड़ी खरीद ली, सब खरीद लिया, सब जो चाहिए था ले लिया, 10 दिन सो पाओगे घर पे? 11वें दिन बोलोगे ना यार कुछ तो कर लूँ, प्रॉपर्टी बेच लेता हूँ, है ना? ये खरीद ही लेता हूँ, मेरे को रेंट आ जाएगा, कुछ ना कुछ तो कर लूँ, इवन इफ यू डोंट वांट टू डू समथिंग.
Right.
बट इफ यू हैव अ नाइस कार, कहीं ले जाने के लिए भी तो होनी चाहिए ना.
Yeah. Makes sense. If with success as well, the next thing is the best advice that you ever got. Is there any best advice, any best words that have stuck with you? Maybe from your mom, maybe from your idol, anything of that sort. That stuck with you and been like, this is one of the best advice that I've got in life.
Yeah, my mom has always said to me like, just don't look back. If you have started something, just end it. खत्म शुरू करा है तो खत्म करना पड़ेगा ना आपको. You have no choice. आपने अगर कुछ काम शुरू करा है, आपको मन से करना है और करना पड़ेगा. कभी कभी आपको उनकी एडवाइस ही आपको मोटिवेट करती है कि यार नहीं यार सही कह रही है, वो करना पड़ेगा, ऐसे नहीं हो सकता. और that's what motivates you every day. She has been a great inspiration, and she has a mind which I think I have 1% ही होगा मेरे पास, 1% भी नहीं होगा. If I just fill one थोड़ा सा भी, if I fill her shoes, then it's fine.
Interesting. Yeah, which is great. Just to try and put to words as to how the kind of business works, how the kind of infrastructure works as well. We're also coming to a point to try and tell that you've now established one stadium entirely. You're looking at more opportunities. You're looking at more windows for yourself to grow as well. I mean, over and above, I think I've got a fair understanding of what the stadium is, what the process is like. This was the main meat which we kind of wanted from you as well. And just before we try and end, I think I asked you this before as well. Where do you see yourself in the next few years? In terms of, I'm sure you're now like a businessman. In terms of running a certain kind of venture, you're always hungry for more, always looking for more. I want to ask you two things. One is, where do you see yourself in the next few years? Because you're a sports person, right? Yeah. Is there someone who you look at and be like, this sports personality inspires me a lot, gives me motivation, is some things that I learned from this person. Is there something of that sort?
Yes, I've learned. Virat Kohli is the main example for me, to be honest. That person is, I love people who believe in God, who achieves massively, and has the right woman on the side, and be nice and still be a Dilli wala ladka. So that it's like a whole package, no? Because humor is the thing which everyone should have.
Correct.
And plus, with humor, you make money also. You're providing for your family. You're nice to your wife. What's better than that? That's the only person which has truly inspired me. Because that's what you ought to be, to be honest. That's how you should be.
When you also said that you like someone who admires God, right? Do you also have an important part for God in your life? Are you someone who is always, looking up to the Almighty and, thanking Him?
Yeah. In the bad times also. In the good times also. Even if something bad happens, I'm like, क्या कर दिया? But good times also, why यार क्या कर दिया?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well then, Tushar, thank you so much. Firstly, for being here. Number
Thank
one,
you.
thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you so much for helping us with a little tidbits of what it means to run like a indoor stadium, what it means to be out there in terms of sport as well. I know that you enjoy sport a lot, and that is one of the reasons that you've taken this up. But we only hope and pray that you continue to get many more gigs like this,
I hope
many
so.
more ventures. We hope that you open something in Bombay as well. That you never know, we can probably see you here as well. And thank you so much for your time and for being here.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.